everybody, welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit, the only hospitality show still going live, unlike those losers at No Vacancy are going to be doing recorded shows anymore. I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Craig Sullivan. How you doing, bro?
I've been better, but I still love that new beginning. It just puts a smile on my face every time I see it.
Yeah, Craig, you have been better. You realized you had to do this show with me tonight, and it really deflated you. You had such positive energy until you realized that we were going to be together for an hour.
Nah, that's one of the better parts of the week. Then we've got Dr. Producer Suzanne to take care of us, and then all of a sudden David shows up as well. So
yeah, totally. Totally. I want to thank the friends over at Stonebridge Companies. I had a great week at their conference this week. Craig, it was fun. I moderated some stuff. I emceed stuff. I did a keynote speech, and then we filmed all these fun little bits, which we did. And they let me stay here so I could do our show here tonight. So thanks to the good folks over at Stonebridge. Yeah.
That shirt's looking rather big.
It is. Well, here's the thing. They didn't budget for me to come to the conference in their shirt thing. And they're like, oh, if you're doing the show, maybe you can wear a t-shirt. I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. And then they only had the Gigantor size left. I feel like the 3-year-old wearing daddy's t-shirt. It's so big. I'm swimming in it,
Well, I thought maybe it's because you've been eating beignets nonstop since you're in NOLA.
Oh, dude, last night was not good. And sorry, we'll bring on our guests and Dr. Producer Suzanne in just a second. But last night I had grilled oysters and some fried gator, and I'm walking around. I decided I gotta have some beignets. Right now, the last time I was in New Orleans with Dr. Producer Suzanne, she made me have beignets twice in one day, and I barely recovered from that. But nonetheless, 9 o'clock at night, I'm like, I got to get myself some beignets, but it's like a mile away. So I walk an entire mile to get these beignets. I eat these beignets covered in powdered sugar and stuff like that. Walk all the way back to the hotel, and the after party for the Stonebridge conference is happening. And guess what? Cafe Du Monde truck pulls up right out front, giving everybody beignets. And this dumbass over there goes and has another round of beignets. So not 14 hours apart like last time, but literally like 45 minutes apart. And I've been paying the price for it all day, Craig.
I think that since you're on this eating binge, I think I should order you a bearskin hoodie in a 4XL, and then we can film you trying to be a human tent.
Why don't I could just wear this shirt every week and see if I grow into it. So we can do that. So let's bring on Suzanne. Hey, how are you?
Hey, listen, at least when I make you eat
beignets, that was my fault.
It's okay. Twice in a day, my hands are up. You flip. You
want
to see me? Go ahead.
I can't do it. I can't move the pictures around
because
I can't do it. So normally, it's not letting me do it. There we go. That was weird. You're saying?
I was saying that at least when I make you eat beignets twice in a day, it's not like within an hour of each other.
At least I had the mile walk in between. So, it's not all bad.
They were both Cafe Du Monde, so you can't
No, one was Cafe Du Monde and one was
Wait, you went
Cafe
to an
Beignet. One was Cafe Beignet. So I basically held a beignet up. I was really able to contrast and compare. First of all, I will say that both piping hot when I was served them, which is absolutely fantastic. Really great. You really had to wait a couple of minutes to be able to really enjoy their perfection. Generous amounts of powdered sugar. The warning, don't inhale deeply when near beignets. Never a good idea. Also, warning, don't use the same towel the next morning that you used to wipe your hands with beignets the night before. So that's another little warning.
Visiting you with all this white powder around your nose, after you inhaled the powdered sugar.
I wonder if there's a lot of false arrests in New Orleans because of all the powdered sugar that's going around in this town.
Well, speaking of New Orleans, I would say the last time I was in New Orleans was not only with you, but with our guest that's coming in this evening. Although I did not have the pleasure of eating beignets with our guest because he chose to go and eat them on his own. So we have none other than Tim Floor from Hospitality Internship.
How you doing?
Hey, man. How are you? Hey, Chris. Hey, nice shirt, Glenn. Yes, thank you. He was here at the event, so he's a little bit biased, but I agree. Nice shirt.
Yeah. I want one of those Stonebridge shirts too, by the way. I don't know what it takes to get one of those, but
it took a lot of negotiating. I've had my lawyers working on it since last September, so they tried to negotiate an accurately fitting shirt, but this is the best they could come up with. So I'm just happy to have one. You know,
yeah, I'll take a 4X like you got there.
The sad news is this is only an extra large, not, and I feel like maybe I'm shrinking, but us Jews have a tendency to shrink with age, and I am in my mid-50s now.
They could have been all that walking you were doing. I'll give you a little bit of credit where credit is due. You do, and listen, I applaud that. When we're out at a conference place, you still are like, no, let's go for the walk. And I'll be like, let's go for the Uber. You're like, nope, we got to walk.
Yep. You got to get in those steps. You got to stay healthy. You got to keep moving. I fear if I keep moving, the calories won't be able to catch me, Well,
let's see how that goes in like 2 weeks because I managed to break another toe.
Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible.
It's just one, so it's a lot better than when you do all 5 at the same time.
Yeah, I got Tim. I don't know about you and you having a toe situation, but at Mandalay recently, I got I think I broke a toe, and now I've got like a black toenail on one of my toes, and like I'm stuck thinking for the next year it's going to look like that until it all grows out. It's really horrible.
My toes are in great shape so far, so
it's not great. From hand to toe, I'm like all a mess now.
So, Suzanne, which toe broke? Which?
It was like the ring finger toe. Like it had an untimely encounter with the trash can.
Wow.
Ouch.
Yeah. It was the one where my son came down and I said, I need some ice because I can't walk. And I know it's broken when I feel like I'm actually going to vomit because the pain is so bad.
What exactly do they do with the one toe that's broken? It's like a little...
No, there's nothing to do because I literally, in college, I literally by 1 inch off, I broke every single toe on one foot at the same time. I had a trailer ramp from a U-Haul.
Glenn's feet are hurting now. There you go. You drove it out.
I can't hear stories.
You can't even wear Crocs when you do that. You can't cover the toes.
Oh my God.
So one toe, it's not a big deal. It just might make me a little slower. We'll see. I haven't tried shoes yet.
Oh,
that's a shame. That your dreams of winning Olympic gold were crushed that night.
Just totally shot. And it's not like Tim can come around and help in 2 weeks because he's not going to join us when we're in Indy because he's too cool for Indianapolis.
What?
Yeah, can't make it this year.
No.
Wow. What happened? They ban you and you're just trying to pretend that you can't make it?
Well, I don't want to get into the whole I'll just say I have other family commitments that week.
There you go. Smart man. Yes. Family commitments. There you go.
Tim, I don't know if you have a drink, but we have to do this. You have a cocktail there, Tim?
I'll tell you. I don't have a cocktail. I don't.
That's cool.
My drink of choice is a bottle of water, but every now and again, I'll indulge and have a bottle of Coke. And apparently, I'm supposed to enjoy with someone named Emily. So, so there we go. Sorry,
this is great. It looks like this is a sober episode of Friday Night Audit because we're all no one's drinking alcohol tonight.
Yeah, we're all white knuckling it today.
At least I'm 50 and fabulous. You guys aren't.
No, and I haven't been 50 and fabulous for decades now. So
yeah, I'm 54 and fucked is my
God, I'm surprised your hand is healed as it is.
Seriously, it's really starting to look much better.
Nice.
What happened there?
I had so let me preface that by saying I used to think that breaking your toe pain was the worst pain you could feel. Turns out spilling hot grease all over the palm of your hand, much worse.
Much worse.
In terms of pain. Much worse. So, yeah, I had a little grease incident where I got really, really hot grease all over the palm of my hand. So not great. Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe it happened in Memphis. Why that maybe you hurt yourself in Memphis during the
No, it's really funny. So many people asked me that because it happened on Memorial Day. So everyone just thought because I was at Memphis in May that I got hurt then. And I'm like, I would really have to be stupid to hurt myself in a slow and low cooking competition. It's like cooking at 225 degrees, just standing there, hour after. What's going? You smell something? Something going on?
Oh God.
He saves his wild incidents for home. Don't worry. It didn't happen anywhere in your state, so don't worry about that.
No,
it's not totally out of the realm of possibilities to be hurt while you're in Memphis. I mean, you have a 1 in 3 chance of basically coming in the city of having something bad happen. So I'm glad it didn't. So
no, it didn't. The only bad thing that happened is our barbecue team was 1 slot away from being in the big top 10. So that would have been
you did
nice.
That much damage?
What?
Good one.
They didn't let me. They didn't let me. They didn't let me touch the competition ribs. And it was kind of like that. It was kind of like that scene in Spinal Tap. They're like, no, don't even look at it. Don't
But I got to tell you guys, I had a front row seat when Glenn was the duck master, and he did such a good job.
Thank you.
I'm actually the guy behind the camera on that one, and so proud of him. It was a great thing to see.
It was. I want to thank you, Tim, for coming out and so supporting me. You did something that no one in my family would do. Watch me prance around with a bunch of waterfowl. So thank you.
My pleasure.
And to give you a cane.
Yeah, I will. Hey, I got to give props to the missus. Not only did she bring home the cane, right, but I also got this awesome poster for the Memphis in May competition, and she got it home without a special poster tube, and it's not damaged. So
nice.
Yay on that one. And I told her before she left before I left, because I was going to Vegas and she was going home. I said, I guarantee you, the TSA and you are going to have a fun conversation. And it was everybody knew. They're like, you were duck master.
I told you out of Memphis, you weren't going to have a problem with that.
Yeah, they said on average of once a week somebody comes through there with a cane.
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's great for the hotel. It really.
I love that. Mm-hmm.
So, now, if you would have taken that to Vegas Vegas, probably would have been okay with the amount of Europeans that come in with walking sticks, but let's say Denver. Okay, you would have been back to your full body cavity searches. So.
That's really funny.
You didn't used to think so until you found it enjoyable, though, Glenn.
That is true. I guess Dave isn't here. I just realized. So
No.
yeah,
He hasn't been.
no.
Like I told you,
Why did it take me
14 to talk to? So I know all of you, but Dave, I haven't had an opportunity to connect with him so much yet. So
he must have heard you were going to be on the show and was uncomfortable with it. Yeah, he's not good with meeting new people. It takes a while to warm up. The kid's a wallflower. What can I tell you? Yeah. The good thing is, Tim, I mean, he came out. I saw him on Monday night in New York. I was the NYU IHIF conference in New York City. And he came and we went to some parties together.
Did you get into them?
Oh, you got in this time,
I got myself. I got him into a party where he was with royalty. He was this far from Chris Setta. And then I took him to a party in Rockefeller Center where the rink is during winter. How cool is that?
Nice.
So,
So
showing
2
Dave
parts.
off.
2?
Well, yeah, just 2. We didn't have time to do more because he wanted to go meet up with his old boss and we kind of had to like hang out for like 45 minutes to make that happen. But that was fine because Dave and I were hanging out, just catching up, and it was a beautiful day in June in New York City. But it did take out a party. Plus, he couldn't go to the official party anyway because he didn't have a badge.
Yeah.
How was the conference?
What's that?
How was the conference?
Conference was good. I got a lot of great interviews. Make sure you check them out on LinkedIn and at NovacCNews.com. But it was good. It was fun. It's always fun seeing everybody, but it's a long week. So I got another story. So I have a 7:20 flight, Tim, out of LaGuardia Airport. I'm up at freaking 4:30 in the morning. I could have slept till 5, but I'm up at 4:30, and I'm just exhausted from the day before and Sunday night at parties and stuff like that. I'm just wiped out. So I get on the plane, and I talk to I say hello to the guy next to me. I fall asleep like pretty quickly. Then I get woken up. I eat. This guy gets up, goes to the bathroom, falls asleep again. It's freaking awesome, right? What's that?
You tipped over in a seat.
Yeah. No. So turns out, dude is at the Stonebridge event, right? And I'm like, hey, I know you. So we were hanging out. He's like, dude, I had to pee for so long, and you were just sleeping. I'm like, what's with this guy? Why is he sleeping the whole time? He's like looking at the flight tracker and he's passed out.
Nice.
I'm like, why did you just kick me? I'm like, this is what you get for being in the hospitality industry. You're too damn nice. You should have told me to move. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, Len has good bladder control, apparently.
No. No, I just didn't. I chose wisely, might I add, not to engage in my morning coffee ritual. That day, yeah, which is good.
Probably a good idea. Yeah,
yeah.
You can make it through TSA being half asleep. So,
yeah, that's rough.
No, my flight is at 5:00 next week.
I don't know how I can't do flights like that early in the morning, and then have a day.
And then the crazy thing is that I'm 2 hours from the airport. So, that's going to be really early. So, yes, I will be whining by the time you show up. Maybe I will have had fun and sleep. I don't know. We'll see.
I hope so.
Could be interesting.
Tim, what's your feeling about first early morning flights?
Well, I generally have to get those coming out of Memphis. So I'm there at 3:30 in the morning and generally pretty smooth sailing out of Memphis. So it doesn't bother me at all. I'm generally up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning every day anyway. So it's
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I get a text from him when he gets up every once in a while. I almost was at 3:15 this morning, be like, good morning.
Yeah, I don't want to think I'm texting. I don't want to get the feeling like I'm texting you in early morning and late night or anything like that. It's not like that. It really isn't.
No, but my 3:15 would have been his 2:15, so I would have woken him up.
There is an hour difference there.
So I am mindful of that.
It's okay. Yeah. When he gets a text from me at 3 o'clock in the morning my time, he knows my insomnia is kicked in.
So Glenn, what is this coffee ritual you talk about? You actually have a name for it, a ritual. What exactly is it that you do?
Oh no, that's just branding. I just have a cup of coffee.
More than one cup.
At home though, I do use a French press. So it is a little bit of a fancy pants process there. I have to interact with Alexa, tell her to do countdown timer for 4 minutes. Let me tell you, heating up the water for 4 or 5 minutes and then Alexa for 45 minutes while the coffee steeps, that is a long period of time first thing in the morning. Long period of time. Yeah.
Can't you put that on a timer?
What, the French press?
Yeah.
No, because you need to boil water and then pour it into the French press and let that sit for 4 minutes.
By hand.
Plunge it. Yeah.
Okay, well.
It makes too much sense to get, a latte maker or a drip coffee maker. He's got to do it all by hand with the French press.
I have the Ninja coffee bar, so I can do multiple different options, and I can do an espresso, I can do a cappuccino, I can do a latte, I can do a regular coffee, I can do iced coffee, I can do a cup all the way up to a whole pitcher.
Yeah, we've got one of those little pod machines too.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't like those. That's why I make the French press.
Yeah.
Tim, how do you like your coffee? Now get into the real shit here on Friday Night Auto.
Yeah, this is where it starts getting real right now.
Yeah, it's like suddenly, we're just joking around and then boom, right into the hardcore stuff. So, how do you like it?
I'll generally have a couple cups at home in the morning. I get up early, have my coffee, and then sometimes on the way into the office, I'll swing by and pick up a caramel macchiato from Starbucks. Sneak those in once a day, and generally about 2-3 cups of coffee a day. But that gets me going through the day, and this is actually the latest I'll have caffeine. It's 4:21 here. Generally no caffeine after noon, otherwise I stay up. So tonight's probably going to be one of those restless nights.
Yeah, you know what? You and I are both in the same way with trying not to have caffeine later. Of course, there's a couple of exceptions, and I was definitely the way I'm feeling right now is I could have used an espresso about an hour ago. I need a little bit of help getting through the rest of tonight. What's that, Susie?
You're holding your own pretty good. Do you have any events? I mean, the event is over. So are you on your own to go explore? Or are you just going to crash and go to bed? I'm
totally on my own. But it is so pathetic, Tim. It's like, when I was younger, it'd be like, I don't want to go out too late because I got to get up in the morning. So I got to be careful. Now I'm like, I got to make sure I stay up at least till 10 or else I'm going to be up too early and I'm going to be freaking out at 4 a.m. So now I got to figure out how to stay up for another 6 hours being exhausted. So that's why I missed my espresso window. And now it's going to be very challenging over here, particularly since it's 90 degrees with like a 20 million% humidity,
Here, we have a solution for you. Go for an espresso martini.
Well, the problem, Melissa, and I appreciate the suggestion, is that's going to just keep me up too late now. Because by the time the show's over and I get my act together to do it, now we're talking 5:30, 6 o'clock Central Time, and now I'm alone, so I don't want to stay up that late.
Well, then why don't you just go for another walk for beignets? Because the sugar will carry you forward.
It will, but I'm a little concerned about the humidity. And by the way, in this area, when they tell you to stay hydrated, they mean it. Damn. Woo! Yeah. I've consumed a lot of water.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you're down south.
What time's your flight in the morning?
Late, 11:45.
Oh, okay. That means you're going to get home in time at 6 o'clock?
Yeah, I land at 4, so it's about 2.5 hours from there, depending on how I hit the trains.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think the train schedule on Saturday is going to be as good as during the weekdays.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see. Whatever. It is what it is.
Yep.
Too bad too bad I can't get an upgrade on the Long Island Railroad. I get the area. My area at the Long Island Railroad is right across from where the bathroom doors open, where they have the seats that kind of roll up. So I keep my luggage with me in that area as well. Yeah, right.
You're not on the same line, but the line that stops in Port Washington, from where I'm originally from, that land is actually all of my land that the train station sits on.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I know it really, and you don't even understand. Like, there is no space in that whole community. That is super crazy where that's located.
Yep.
Plus, also, it's like a much quicker ride into the city. It's like 30 minutes or something like that.
35.
Yeah,
and I don't miss that. That was
boom, 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 boom. You're not connected to the major lines. I think it's the only one that's not connected to Jamaica.
Yep.
So you're really avoiding a lot of mishaps.
For sure.
On that. Yes, and it's been another more about the Long Island Railroad, brought to you by Stonebridge. Yeah.
What about with Memphis? Do you guys have a good metro system, or what's that like down there for transportation?
Oh, we have the worst fucking public transportation imaginable. We have a
right there with LA.
No, it's horrible. We have a MATA bus system, which I've never ridden. I don't even know how often it runs, and I don't think they do either. But no, it's not good at all. So all those great things you probably hear about Memphis on the news, it's not all it's cracked up to be, my friends. Really
well,
isn't.
speaking of news, there is breaking news right now happening. Arnie is here.
Hey, Arnie, you missed the weather discussion. You missed humidity. Glenn became intense.
Memphis transportation.
Memphis transportation, all of it.
Yep, you missed an update on the status of my healing hand. A lot went down, Arnie. You got to tune in early if you want to hear all the good stuff.
Suzanne's toe. We have a lot of moving parts here.
Yeah, Suzanne. That looks weird, right?
Yeah, it's too tiny. Are you okay if I take it down?
Yeah, go ahead. That's just dumb. Yeah.
Like
every once in a while we get new features thrown to us here on StreamYard. I want to give them a try. So this is a show comments on stage, and it just doesn't really work too well. Anyway, not for us right now. Yeah. You got to bob and weave your way around those comments if you want to keep being seen.
But they're too tiny. They got to work on that one.
Yeah.
So I hope I don't receive any negative feedback from the Memphis, from the MATA bus people here in Memphis. I hope the word doesn't travel out to them.
It doesn't sound like they do much traveling at all, so I don't think you have anything to worry about.
I don't think they watch this show. So
I was going to say we're an international show, so I don't know why they wouldn't get it, and then maybe they'd fix the problems. But sorry.
Maybe this is the grassroots effort we need to bring good public transportation here to Memphis.
I think so, and us three non-Memphians are really going to get behind it. Yeah,
we'll fly right out and we'll help you with the commercials. As long as Glenn can get G-Force One down there.
Yeah. So, Tim, it sounds like you got a lot of civic pride. Where does that come from?
What's that now?
So where does all that civic pride come from?
Oh, it's just it does have a bad rap a little bit for being murder capital of the U.S.
Yeah.
But we do have good barbecue, so it's kind of like balance.
It really does. It really. Plus, you got Lansky's there, where the guy who dressed Elvis. So already we're tipping in the right direction on this one.
Oh my God.
Ducks in hotels.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we literally have it all.
But Tim, for those of you who don't know you, what do you teach exactly? What kind of classes?
Well, I teach in the hospitality management department at the University of Memphis. I've been here for about 8 years at the school here, and that's how I met Suzanne and you and Craig, and also teach. Also started hospitality internships a couple of years ago, so do that on the side and teach full time.
That's awesome.
Are you guys both getting ready to wrap up your semester, or have you done that at this point?
We're done.
Summer, Craig. What are you talking about?
Hey, I don't have any family in a college at this point in time. My grandson's the next one, and that's still a ways off. He's wrapping school today, so.
Yeah. No, we finish typically at some point in April. Some schools will finish into like early May. Our commencement is the end of April, down in Florida. And then our second week into May, we were already starting summer classes. So it moves pretty swiftly. And not everybody teaches summer classes. Sometimes it's a matter of are you a 12-month contracted employee and then you cover summer classes, or are you 9-month and you can take a summer class if you want an overload or a little extra money. And then do you have a class this summer, Tim?
We do. I don't teach in the summer though.
Yeah,
so we end in early May and generally off until mid to late August.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So what do you do with your time?
Travel around Memphis, take public transportation here and there.
Pulls out the camera and shoots video.
I keep busy. Business keeps me busy, and yeah. So
it's a good time. Good time to focus on yourself.
Yeah, a lot of self-care. So So
I gotta do. Yeah, I've been practicing self. I don't care, which is why I've been eating so much here in New Orleans. So, you know,
Memphis is bad. Memphis really isn't that bad, and you were here a couple weeks ago. It's a nice city.
I had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Tim, what I really loved about being in Memphis and being part of that Memphis crew, and I think I talked about it here on Friday night. It was I really got to get to know the people of Memphis and really have an experience of what it's like to be as if you were there and as if you lived there. And you could immediately tell the whole Memphis MA experience is not the same if you're not on a team or part of an in crowd somewhere. Spectating and participating in are two totally different things. And being with these guys for 3-4 days, I really got to know them, got to kind of like see who their personalities are, as well as kind of get to know a little bit more about that surfacey hellos. So that was really nice.
Glenn,
they do a great job down there. And I know they put you to work. It sounded like you had a couple of 12-hour days there, right?
Yeah.
That's a good thing. But did you get a chance to go experience the rest of it and see?
Oh, I totally did.
Yeah.
It was fun. I'll tell you, Home Depot had this huge setup there, and they had all this different type of cooking apparatus, right? But can't just show it. So they all were using it and giving out samples. Here, try this cool piece of meat. Here, try this, made on this thing. So that was fantastic. And Home Depot is coming out this fall for $499. It's a wood burning, but it's got the shells with the cranks so you could change the height, I'm so stoked. I'm going to get myself one of those. So
does this
I need to find new ways to burn myself. So I think why flames
for grease, or are we going to avoid grease?
When he shows up with no eyebrows, Suzanne, you know what happened.
They got smoked off.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I pack an extra eyebrow pencil just in case. We got you covered, buddy.
Or I could just do this, no one will know. Right?
I was gonna say, did you lose it off your shirt there?
Yeah, it fell off. I didn't get, I didn't tuck it in.
How did it work for your sink this time?
Oh, well, this is the one with the hole in it. And I can't use this one in the sink. I got to use the other one, but I didn't use it because the angle, it wouldn't have worked. Sink went straight down. There's and it actually comes out this one, but this one's all right. I'm looking at it right now through a mirror. And I forgot this one.
Talking about the sink, everyone.
Kind of goes out like that. And being man, I don't know.
And how did it work with the drapes?
Was that the drapes? They because this is a Le Méridien, and the owners here have invested in high quality items such as crossing over slightly, so you don't have the middle light. So
okay. So Tim, I don't know if you watch all of our episodes, but we had a pet peeve.
What are you talking? Of course he does. What do you mean? That's the most ridiculous thing.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Let's assume I don't. For a second. Play along with you.
So, needless to say, Glenn, obviously, with the extensive amount of travel that he does, finds numerous things to complain about. Most of them are valid complaints within our industry. However, he just does more of the complaining, and I'm the producer that comes up with more of the solution solves. So
that's right.
Now you can see, literally, my solution solved was I literally brought a noodle and cut it up, and now he has my noodle parts. And so he has two noodle options. One can go on the faucet of the sink so that it can bring the water out further so it doesn't hit the drain or make his hands hit the porcelain as he's trying to wash his hands.
Right.
And the noodle also serves as a solve when you slice it so that you pinch the drapes and put it on, and it'll keep them together. And then that crack in the morning will not wake you up. So
you're serious. So this is what that's for.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it's for, but it's definitely with a firm wink and a nod and tongue firmly in cheek kind of a thing. But yes.
Oh, right. All right.
It serves two purposes: a practical solution and a comedic element for our broadcast.
There you go.
Now,
And you can stuff them in your shoes and keep your dress shoes without losing form. You can stick your noodles in the suitcase to hold so that things don't shift. There's a lot of multi-purposes for my noodles.
Yeah, and if you act right now, we'll throw in a second one for half price. Now, how much would you pay, Tim?
Well,
Only 3 easy installments of $19.99. Partner with our friends over at Klarna. That'll go well for everybody.
You must know this about me. I'm kind of a sucker for those late night infomercials and all that. I fall for that stuff.
Yeah.
And I still hear it from my wife because about 20 years ago, I put out all this money on a ShamWow. So I ended up with a fucking $20 rag. And I still am hearing
That's
about
better.
that.
That's better than the ShamWow guy. I think wound up in jail. So I think you've done better than him. I think you wound up with assault charges or something, right?
I don't remember. Oh my God.
So listen, Tim, this is your motivation. If you get your last minute flight to Indianapolis and join Glenn and I will bring your noodles for free. I won't even charge you for them.
Oh man.
That's an offer.
Gotta get that airline ticket.
There's nothing that turns me on more than Indianapolis and
noodles.
Yeah. And a noodle.
That's a ShamWow guy.
Oh God!
What happened to
that guy?
He got into a fight with an alleged prostitute, an incident that had cringeworthy mugshot. That's what I thought. Yeah. All right. Thank goodness he cleaned it.
Regardless, I still have that ShamWow though. It's lasted 20 years, but nevertheless, it was a $20 rag. So
$1 a year. Okay.
That's pretty good. I mean, Craig, I know you alone spend $2,500 a year on rags and rag related products. So
absolutely.
Well, you can take that oversized shirt you have there and just cut that up and.
No. I would not do that to the fine people at Stonebridge. This is a quality garment, and I'm gonna save this for when my lack of discipline continues and I grow into it. It'll be fine.
Okay. So we're talking about pet peeves. Craig, what are your pet peeves?
Got to be a new one, Craig. You got to think fast.
The one that's got me going right now is the lack of respect for the U.S. flag. I don't think that 97%, I'm going to use the dictator number on purpose, 97% of the population know how to fly a flag. I don't think they know how to lower a flag, how it's supposed to be stored, and how they're not supposed to use it anymore once it is torn, frayed, or sun bleached. Mm-hmm. And then don't get me started if you're using it as a fucking do-rag or a tank top or a pair of swimming shorts or a swimming suit, because I think it's just really obnoxious. But that's just me.
I feel bad now. I brought this up. I've apparently that's a hot button.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. We explicitly told you to not engage in flag or flag-related commentary before the show because of his outbursts.
That's right.
We've done 100. This is our 178th show. I think this was his 175th flag outburst. It's like insane. You can't do any content without it. Yeah.
All right, I can't lie to you. I
used to be parking.
I don't watch it that much, guys. I'm so sorry.
I'm sure this will encourage you to watch again. So there we've got that
going.
Go
back now to show number 1 and work my way up, and it gives me something to binge watch this weekend.
No, you won't make it through 15. Trust me. Glenn and I barely made it through the first.
Yeah. There's a reason why we're more sober as the shows go on. Yeah.
Do you seriously? Is that not your first flag outburst? Have you had more than that?
No, that's my first.
His first.
Oh,
he was really into the parking one though. He would bring that one up a lot. Yeah. Craig, what exactly is your beef with people that don't know how to park?
That they shouldn't have a driver's license. If you don't know how to parallel park a car, you should not have a driver's license.
I don't feel that the pictures have been as prevalent lately.
Nope. I've backed down from it because a few of my neighbors' cars were in there, and some of them have access to my Facebook account. So
that was so funny. Let me tell you guys, that was hilarious. I couldn't stand myself listening to it. I only heard about half a second of it, and it was that funny.
Well, finally, I feel complete now. You're the one person I said I've been wanting to meet and talk with the whole time, and you're here. It's great.
I'm only going to be here for like 14 seconds, unfortunately. So we're going to have to bring you back on because I know it's tough to carry the show when you have to deal with like Suzanne and Glenn and Craig. But Craig's great, but Suzanne and Glenn, I'm jumping in because I did want to stop in for a second. It is
good to see you, David.
Crazy. I have to work very hard today. I know something that 3 of the 4 people on this show don't know much about. Tim, I know you're the one that does know about hard work, but I do need to run really, really quick. I want to say hi, Craig. Get Tim back on so we can have this great conversation because I was very excited to have him on the show as well. I was really looking forward to, but unfortunately, or actually, you should say, fortunately, very, very, very busy day today at work. So I got to run back out and help some people. But love you guys. Talk next week.
Bye, David.
See you later, Dave. Damn, he was the Johnny Machida of podcasting over there. That was a real good reference. That one person understands. Tim, he was the world's fastest fucking guy back in the 70s and 80s or something like that. You remember the 80s? There was a series of commercials where that guy that would talk really fast. That was him.
Yeah.
I feel like I blew my one shot with Dave. He was there. I was a little starstruck. And then it threw me off.
I tell you, man, I don't think he made a good impression. He really, like, the second he saw you, he just wanted to get off. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
That was pretty intense.
Okay, Glenn, try that again, but as Christopher Walken. I think that would be really fun.
Oh, yeah, I gotta learn how to do impressions. I really wish I could do that. That's not my thing. I could only do game show host and moron. That's about all I do.
At least you do them well.
Okay, good night.
Oh my God.
That's great. Tim, what's your strategy for dealing with the humidity down here in the southern heat? I could use some tips before I go out in the 92-degree, feels like 103-degree weather.
Well, I try to stay out of the for the few months here in Memphis. I don't go outside at all. I try to stay in. I'm a little bit of a homebody, and I guess don't walk outside. How's that sound for a strategy?
That's great. It's, brought to you by the New Orleans Tourism Board.
Now, does that mean you go from the house into the garage, into the car, got the air conditioning, and then out?
Yeah, I pre-start my car in the morning and have the AC going, so I'd slide right in and then get where I have to be.
You gotta love a man who appreciates comfort. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
It's just the reverse of what you deal with in terms of the winter. You're, trying to run from the house to the car in the snow and what have you. We just do the same concept in the summer down the south. We're just running and chasing the air conditioning. That's the way it goes.
Yep.
Glenn's chasing the heat. You're chasing the air.
Checking the weather reports for next weekend.
That's it.
No, someone's texting me. I have a lot of people in my life that know my schedule, but then continue to call and stuff like that whenever I'm on air. It's like I can't expect them to like put 2 and 2 together, but it just happens. It happens a lot. And
don't they know this is a sacred 45-minute slot here? Just that 145 minutes, you can't be bothered.
I know. Everybody knows it's my precious time, but it happens, and I'm sorry that it took focus away from you, Tim. That it's really unforgivable, and I just want to apologize.
What kind of host are you?
Well, don't apologize to me. Apologize to your audience out there who's not
sorry. I'm sorry, audience out there, that personal commitment.
You talk about kids being addicted to their cell phones. You can't. 4 seconds here, Glenn.
Truth.
Holy shit! Just stay focused, my friend.
I know.
Not his strong suit. Till he's on stage. Then,
and just think there's no alcohol involved with his being today. It's just straight out water.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm getting worried. I've got to acquire some more water for the rest of the evening because it's going to be a long one.
Yeah, you're almost done.
Because unlike Tim, I have to go outside. I'm going to need to even if I want to go to just across the street to Caesars, I still got to go outside.
Gotcha. Well, yeah. What can I say? It's not an easy life, but somebody's got to lead it, right?
That's it. That's it. Absolutely.
All right, so let's wrap this up and do this. Tim, you teased it before, but I want to hear more about hospitality internships. So what's going on? What's going on with that? What is it exactly for our friends out there who haven't heard of it before?
All right, so hospitality internships, we launched it about 2 years ago, and all three of the people you see with me here on the screen are members of our advisory committee. Yes, I have the best and the brightest in the business.
Don't hold that against them. This is still a good thing. Yes.
All right. So we rewind the plug then and just get you guys out. So no, hospitality internships is it's a global platform that connects students with high quality internships, management training program opportunities, and entry level management positions. So our goal is to help bridge the gap between industry and academia and help create a better workforce in the future, better pipeline for talent for the entire hospitality industry. So feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn and look forward to working with you and being part of the solution in the future.
Awesome. Suzanne, what about you?
So I'm going to tell you that Code Wars has right now only produced one code. The question, which one? Who got the code?
Gotta be him.
It's actually Glenn.
Oh, no.
But just because
he's got a bigger audience.
A little bit more, there's still a little bit of time. We've got the opportunity to continue to register. I'm going to take advantage of high tech being out there so that I can get a couple more people in the class to engage better. So Code Wars still applies. You can either go the no vacancy team or you can go the click team and use our direct website and you would get 20% off. For those of you listening, you can DM me. I'm happy to help.
It doesn't matter which team. But you gotta do something. Get a little AI support. And the good news is
about AI.
Right. If you do this course in AI, then in the future you could just use AI to watch this program, and you won't have to do that. So there's that.
So
yeah.
Thank you.
Craig, what about you, brother?
Hey, we've got 2 shows left for season 10 of Click Connect. We're going to have Rachel Humphrey and 3 or 4 of her speakers from the Women's Hospitality Leadership Alliance on and do a special program on that. And then the last show is going to be a surprise, and then we'll do our sizzle reel for that. I will be moderating a panel at the Commercial Real Estate Lending Conference for Arnie. It's a virtual conference, so check out my posts on LinkedIn and you can register there. And then I don't know, but it's looking like a little trip off to Hawaii for a few days to a week. So
you think it's going to really happen? You keep
my son and grandson are going over, so it'll be right around my birthday time. So I think I'm going to go over there for a week to 10 days. So
good for you. You absolutely deserve to do that. And you could come find me at High Tech, and then I'm happy to say you won't be able to find me for a while because I'll be at the Hausman Resort Pool Club and Smokehouse for a whole month, I think. So that's going to be pretty freaking awesome. I hope I don't forget how to travel. I'm a little worried about that. So, maybe you guys.
I'll be with you for High Tech. So we are going to have some serious fun in Indianapolis.
Yeah, High Tech's going to be great. We'll see you all there. And I guess I won't. You won't see Craig there.
No.
It's east of the Mississippi and off Balboa Island. So with the two of those things.
2 of them.
Vegas, I'm in. LA, maybe.
Yeah, I
Denver in October.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, there's some intrigue there, right? Yeah. I would say. I will be in Denver in October at the hospitality show. Come see me there. Lots of other stuff. So right now, maybe if you're here in New Orleans, I'll be eating a po' boy probably somewhere out there. Come and find me, and you can find out whether it's going to be shrimp, catfish, or oyster. We don't know. Stay tuned. Next week, you can find out, or find me today. Yeah.
Or maybe Glenn will buy you a po' boy or a beignet. So.
I'll buy you a beignet, but I'm not eating a beignet with y'all out there. So it's maybe we'll split some oysters. I don't know.
Y'all, he's getting that y'all.
He's been in the South too many times this year already.
I was like 4 years in Maryland. It's like I came back home. What's up, y'all? It was really, really a weird combination of New York and the South. All right, everybody. See you right back here next week on the One and Only. Bye, everybody.